Hello and welcome back to my channel or whatever platform you're watching this video from. Today we are going to be talking about JavaScript variables. So before I proceed, I would like to explain what variables are. A variable is like a container that is used to store data. So basically what I'm trying to say is anytime you have a data, you store it in a variable. So a variable helps you to hold a data. So in JavaScript there are three different ways to declare variables, which is var, let and const. So it's written this way: var, let and const. So that's how to declare a variable. Three different ways to declare a variable. So I will explain how the three of them works one by one. So I'll start with var. So var is like the old method of declaring a variable. Anytime you want to declare a variable, before is you use var. So if you want to declare a variable now, you say var, then you say maybe variable 1, or let me just name it sum. Okay, let me say my variable then I will say equals to the value of what I want to store in it. So what I'm going to store inside is called data. So maybe I'm storing a number, so I store 23 inside now. Then this is a variable. I just declared a variable in my script. So that's how to declare a variable. So if you want to display that variable maybe on your browser on the console, you can just do something like console log and say my variable. So if you go to your page and you refresh on the console app, you should have a 23, as you can see. So 23 is already stored in the my variable. Oh, if what I just said makes sense. So yeah, this is the number that is stored in my variable, and also there are different type of data that can be stored in a variable. I'll mention a few, but I'm going to just be talking about 3 today. So there are strings, numbers, boolean, arrays, objects, but I'm just going to be talking about string, numbers, and boolean. So this is a number data type now. This 23 is a number data type, and if I want to create a string, maybe I want to say to me online now, I just have to, let me just use hello mom. So I can just say hello in a string. To declare a string, just say hello Timmy. So if you refresh, you should have hello Timmy on the page. So I don't know why it's taking long to reload. As you can see, hello Timmy. So hello Timmy is stored on the inside a variable, my variable. So also you can also declare a variable of true and false. That's the boolean type data type. So you can just say to check if something is true or false. So the boolean data types accept true, which if you refresh you should have true, and false. Okay, I don't know why it's taking long to reload. Okay, as you can see, so that's the 3 type of data type that I want to talk about today. So the next thing I also want to talk about is the other way to declare a variable. So let me remove this one and say, so let me say const. So if I say const and say my variable, so equals 50. So the difference between this const and var I'm going to show you today. So as I said, 50 now. If it is like, assuming this one isn't const, is var, it can be changed. So now I have this here, then I can just come down here and say my variable equals 10. So if you see, you can see, okay, let me try to refresh again. I think the lag server is the one acting up, so let me fix that. So if I say console log my variable, I should have, if I refresh now, I should have 10 instead of 50, because it's a variable and it can vary, it can change. But when it comes to constant, if I say change this to const now, you will notice it will say variable cannot be redeclared, or assignment to constant variable. So because I think because I've already declared it here, so it cannot be changed again because it's a constant, so it can't be changed again. And once you've declared it once, you cannot change it. So that's the difference, and this is much more secure because sometimes you don't want someone to change anything and the person changes it. So that's why it's most people, this is like the modern way to declare a variable in JavaScript. So the last one is the let. The let is similar to the const, but there is slight changes in it. So unlike, and again, remember in this one, so in let, if you say let equals my variable 50 and you check it here, try to refresh, you can do that in this one because this one can, like, you can subtract, like it allows something like that. But let me say const doesn't allow you to redeclare a variable or alter any value in it. So there are some little manipulations or some kind of operations you can perform using variables. So now I declare a variable and I want to subtract number, assuming this is a life bar in a game now, and you want to, when you take like a hit in the game, you know, they subtract a life in the game. So if you want to show that they can subtract something in this variable, like when you take a hit, you can just say 50 minus, you can just say my variable minus 10. But although you can't try this with const variable, you can only try it with, you can see it automatically subtracts it. If I change this to const now, you will notice that I would have an error here, assignment against const, because you declare it once and you cannot declare it again. So that's that about variables in JavaScript. I hope this is clear and understandable. If you have any questions, you can drop it below in the comment section and I'll be willing to answer. And please subscribe to my channel or follow me on whatever platform you are watching this video on. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.